And then when they were asked by the chairman, who was that fat slob Gerald Nadler, excuse me, Gerald Jabba the Hutt Nadler. They asked him why it was removed, and he went into this like foaming at the mouth diatribe about how there's no test of office, blah blah blah, having nothing to do with the question. It's because they're atheists. They don't want somebody to have to say "So help me God" in a swearing-in oath when they're atheists.
Yep. Exactly, Darth.
I mean, that's like the equivalent of showing up in a nudist colony with Nancy Pelosi. You're going to run for the hills.
Darth, I got a lot of hate, Darth, when I said that a year ago when during the Republican primaries, right? What was his name? Vivek, yeah. When he was running, I said people shouldn't vote for him, right? Because he was self-identifying as a follower of the Hindu religion, right? And I said, this will go against the tradition of this country, right, and this nation, of having this Judeo-Christian.
I wasn't aware that he identified with Hinduism.
Oh yeah, he's a Hindu, and he does self-identifies as Hindu. So that's why I said but I got a lot of hate from people, right, Darth? Darth, would you say that I was very much wrong here? That I'm a very, very bad person? I love the guy, right? But I said I don't want to vote for someone. That's just my opinion, right? I don't want to vote for someone.
I don't have a problem. I mean, I agree with you. Yeah. Even if I didn't, I would still say, okay, well, that's your view. So what?
Yeah.
Unless he was the last option, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I totally.
Lesser of two evils.
Does that make you a Lawrence Krauss? No.
Yeah. You know what's the biggest misnomer? I think my biggest pet peeve is when people misuse the term separation of church and state. That just really bugs me.
Yeah, it's a bastardization. It's a statement by Thomas Jefferson to a church in Danbury, Connecticut, and all he was simply talking about is that the separation is one-sided. Is that the federal government was not to dictate policy of religious institutions. Okay. It doesn't, what it's been taken to mean now is that there can be no acknowledgement of God from any governmental agency, which is ridiculous because even the United States Congress has a chaplain.
Exactly, though.
I guess you can't teach the Declaration of Independence and the central importance of the acknowledgement of God's providence and sovereignty, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that just goes to show you how, you see, atheists are not careful about the so-called facts that they bring to the table. They're very sloppy.
Yeah.
Very, very sloppy.
Or a lot of times, Darth, they try to reframe it to fit their biases of atheism, right? So they might try to make it fit into their narrative, right? Like maybe the whole fact about with the founding fathers, some of them were.
The purpose of the federal government. Was to bring a more perfect union. In other words, just enough power to the federal government to unify the states, but without being an absolute, federal government that controlled everything. They didn't want that. They just wanted just enough power, and it's the purpose of the federal government not to dictate religious policy or to dictate what religious institutions could do.
Yep.
Right? It wasn't the purpose of the federal government was not to impose Christianity, but they understood that the systems of checks and balances and laws was a reflection that the state, whether it's a local state or the federal state, is to act as a proxy for God.
Yep. Someone is asking Darth, and you've answered that a million times. Dawkins, do you believe a Christian can lose their salvation? Of course not, right, Darth?
No, no. I think once we're saved by the Spirit, we're kept by the Spirit. What does it mean, Darth? Are you committing DV? What is that?
I don't understand what that means as well. Yeah, I was just wondering the same thing.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, it's domestic. You know what?
No, that's just no. Never. I've never committed that. That's an internet atheist slander. Nope, never committed domestic violence. That all originated with a person who was I got to be careful. They were ingesting mind-altering substances in Canada, and was one of the most crazy atheists I've ever dialogue with. And because he's crazy and he's in another country and he can't be sued, okay. But people are so stupid. They see if something's posted on Reddit, well, then it must be true.
Yeah, Darth, we have here someone is saying, your favorite question, Darth. Can someone define what a god is?
Yeah, go to the dictionary. The dictionary defines God as the supreme being, okay, the creator.
All right, we have here another question, Darth. Do you believe in limited atonement?
Not in a Calvinistic sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
The atonement will be limited only to those through the course of human history that heeded the convicting power of the Holy Spirit and repented. Yep. So on Judgment Day, salvation will only be applied to those who repented in their earthly lifetimes.
All right, we have here Darth. Mel, are you an atheist?
No, I'm a Christian, actually. I hit the request button on.
Mel, you're scaring me with those sunglasses.
Oh, man. Those are my Darth Vaders. Yeah. Nah, I'm just taking it all in and learning from you guys, because I go up against atheists and everything, so I'm taking notes.
Yeah, don't get discouraged. They are the most deceitful, evasive, and whacked out people you can imagine.
Yeah, right. I see them debate Christians and stuff, and I feel empathy for the Christians after some of those atheists get done with them. I'm like, wait a minute.
They're train wrecks in terms of their argumentation.
Yeah, I know. It seems so just like a program to them or something, and I'm like, I'm gonna start debating them soon, and that's why I'm listening to you guys.
Well, what you should do is you need to read the book, The Objective Proof for Christianity, and study it.
Objective Truth of Christianity.
Objective Proof.
Okay,
so what you need to do is you need to get 2 books, okay? In addition to studying your Bible on a regular basis, you need to get the book Every Believer Confident.
Every Believer Confident.
Every Believer Confident. That's a good starter book on Christian apologetics. Then when you start reading that,
Elliot, I forgot the name of it, but he's a guy I listen to sometimes.
No. You talking about on TikTok?
Yeah.
Talking about Chad Elliott?
Chad Elliott.
Yeah, he's not a Christian, nor does he have a rationale for God. He's simply reasoning evidentially, which can't get you to God. Okay. Plus, he's very rude, obnoxious, obscene, and he's actually afraid to openly discuss the issue with me. He runs away from me.
I know.
Claiming I run away from him, which is simply a lie.
Really?
Yeah. Don't listen to Chad Elliott. He'll just mislead you. Read the book Every Believer Confident.
Oh, I got you. All right. Thank you, guys.
Nope. Yeah, Chad Elliott is a train wreck.
What was your experience with him?
What's that?
What was your experience with Chad?
I think I went up on a stage twice. and he was utterly rude, obnoxious, and obscene with me, cursing me out and then kicking me within the matter of like 2 minutes. And he's shown up on streams that I've been in, both my own and others, any number of times, and he refuses to come up on stage, even when it's been guaranteed to him that I will not moderate and somebody else will. He's actually afraid because he knows I'm going to mop the floor with him because he's a deist.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a deist.
Well, that's the first time I actually listened or ran into a deist.
Don't listen. Trust me. Don't listen to him. Okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Look, let me make it very simple to you. Can we rationally argue for the existence of God if God doesn't reveal himself?
No.
Right. Well, Chad expresses that he can argue logically for God's existence, but Chad believes that God doesn't reveal himself.
Right. At the same time.
Chad is what we call a theistic essentialist, which is a glorified version of deism. Deism is a God who doesn't reveal himself.
Right. Okay.
So Chad is messed up in more ways than one.
I hear you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just learning and growing.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm going to be a straight shooter and call them as I see them.
Well,
Darth, give him someone to listen to.
See, I made fun of your sunglasses, didn't I?
Yeah, everybody does. You're not the only one.
They're fine.
Yeah. But yeah, I wrote that down, so I'm gonna look into it. Is it on? I have to order it on Amazon or
Yeah, you
just
can get it on Amazon.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's a very good book. Every believer confident.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going live on myself here soon. So I'm just trying to get prepared.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you do some live streams, I'll be happy to join you and help you out.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right.
I come on Adrian's stream because he compensates me very greatly.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I get about 5 to 10 Whopper coupons for my participation from Adrian, but I'm not supposed to talk about it.
No, Whopper's my favorite. I eat Whoppers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Whoppers.
Welcome, Red. What would you like to say?
What is your goal with this live? Can you answer the question, please? Don't mock me, please.
I can't understand you.
Sorry? What is your goal with this live? There are people out there that worship.
Yeah, what's the goal of your live? So it's probably just going to be some virtue signaling.
So once again, no intelligent atheists. They run amok on TikTok, but when we have streams like this, they don't show up, do they?
Yeah, I noticed. Well, they like to gang up. They like to gang up on
I know. They're like a bunch of teenagers at the cafeteria table. That's the level of their intellect.
Yeah, food fight.
All right, Darth. Yeah. We have here Darth D. Long with us. D. Long, are you an atheist?
No.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What do you have to say?
Are you a member of the intergalactic Darth Dawkins fan club?
What was that?
Are you a member of the intergalactic Darth Dawkins fan club?
No.
You should be.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to prove God and disprove God at the same time? Like, is it hard to disprove God?
It's impossible. It's impossible to disprove God because God would have to exist with his perfect attributes that create the world, granting us the ability to come to know things in order to prove things. Okay? In a not God world, nothing can be proven.
Isn't it also hard to 100% prove him?
No, the existence of God is obvious and clear. We don't have to prove that. All we have to show is that the utter denial that the world exemplifies ultimate design and intentionality is absolutely irrational.
But I mean, from like a biblical standpoint.
Very easy to understand. Look, it's very easy to understand that the world exemplifies design everywhere you look. It's only people who don't want to acknowledge